Ikachevich in the two-tone blue, riding on top. Duza in the for Watchung Hills in the brown and gold. Ikachevich with a bar and a half as he tries to turn over Duza. And that stopped for potentially dangerous. There was a penalty point at the very end of the first period for Duza. I believe a head slap from Ikachevich. So now they're back to the center. 1:08 to go in the second period. As they're underway with Duza trying to roll through, Ikachevich following and splitting the legs. Controlling with a one-on-one, having Duza flat. Now Duza up to his base. Ikachevich a little high as he's trying to tilt over Duza. Duza comes to his feet, tries to roll. Ikachevich follows. 39 seconds to go in the second period. Ikachevich controlling with a tight waist. Duza back flat. Now Ikachevich has a bar on the near arm. Duza staying flat, trying to resist that bar. Just a bar and a tight waist for Ikachevich with 15 seconds to go in the second period. As he tries to run that bar but doesn't have anything else but the tight waist with which to control it. And time expires in the second period. So it's Sebastian Ikachevich up 2-1 as they go to the third period. And Duza will be choosing to be underneath. Duza, sophomore, 26-8. He was the 13 seed. Ikachevich, a senior, 27-1, though first number 1 seed, as he rides with a tight waist.
They just announced, Bob, that the finals are going to begin at 182. The 182-pound weight class is where the finals will begin.
Ikachevich with it working a tilt now. He's got a 2 count coming. Still has the hold. And a minute and a half to go. Still has that wrist control. As they get near the edge, there's the 2 back points. So that makes it 4-1 for Ikachevich. Just over a minute to go, he's got a bar again. He has been able to, this is the third time at least that he's had a bar. Bar and a tight waist, Duza just stays flat. Can prevent himself from being turned that way, but he's not getting out, and he's trailing 4-1. Ikachevich trying to run that bar. Bar and a tight waist. Walk it towards the head, get that near leg up and over. Let's get Duza close now. Back points being counted out. Ikachevich can come through and sit with it. He's got him pretty good, and there is the fall now. And it comes in 5:36 for Sebastian Ikachevich, and he will advance. It's the only pin that I've seen here in the semifinals. He will advance here at 195 to face Austin Roth.
That's a 1 and a 2 coming up. And there's still a consolation going on. So Duza drops down into the consolations. And Diodado of Somerville also dropping down into the consolations. So the finalists when we head to 220. Okay, Phillipsburg went 5 for 5 in the round. Westfield and Roselle Park each have 3. 2 for St. Peter's Prep, Watchung Hills, and 1 each for A.L. Johnson, Brearley, Bridgewater, Carteret, Colonia, Middlesex Denellen, New Providence, Rahway, Seton Hall Prep.
Result, 195 pounds, semifinal. Winner.
So we'll go to 220 after, that was blood time they had on that consolation across the way. At 220, I'll be watching Sam Huff of Voorhees and Joshua Durisme of Rawway. That's a 2-3 battle. And Bob will be watching the top seed Nick Colucci, St. Peter's Prep against the 4, Jake Hendershot of Ridge. That'll be coming up. Remember, the finalists are guaranteed a spot in Atlantic City. They can't finish any worse than second. Top 4 go in each weight class. And in this round, in the consolations today, Phillipsburg only had Bryce Perenni eliminated, and he dropped one in the second ride-out. Was ridden out by Hunter Reinhardt of Voorhees. So it's been a good morning round for the Stateliners as we bring you the Region 4 semifinals on the Stateliner Sports Network. Our broadcast today is a service of Buxton Athletic Training Center in Randolph, New Jersey for all of your wrestling training needs year-round. World-class coaching, top-notch wrestlers of all ages. Follow them on Instagram at Buxton Athletics and on Facebook at Buxton Athletic Training Center. By the Firth Youth Center, a proud promoter of youth athletics. Find them at www.firthyouthcenter.com. And by Open Mic, for exclusive coverage of the Stateliners and the entire Hunterdon and Warren, Sussex area, follow Mike Weileman's blog at mikeopen.blogspot.com. So that consolation is over.
Now wrestling match number 1, 220 pounds.
And we go to 220. That's Ridge at the opposite end, so we'll be good right here on mat 3. We'll be good right here. This is Joshua Durisme and Sam Huff of Voorhees. Huff is the 2 seed, and Durisme is the 3.
North Plainfield, Matt Duran transferred. And on mat number 4,
Sam Huff, a senior, 33-7, the District 14 champ. Joshua Durisme of Rawway is a District 15 champ. He is a junior, 29-3.
Result, 195 pounds consolation.
Doug Hess will be the referee for this one.
By decision, Brendan Luder, Westfield. Score, 13-7.
13-7 for Loader in that last consolation bout that we were carrying you. Loader is from Westfield. Voorhees in the maroon and gold. Rawway in the red and black. No advantage, wrestled more than 30 seconds here at 220. Neither one close to a takedown here in the first 50 seconds. Durisme, 5th in the region last year. Huff, 3rd in the region last year. Huff is a 2-time district champ. Placed 4th in the Hunterdon and Sussex Warren.
On deck, match number 1.
Huff has 96 career wins. On deck, we'll have Luis Fernandez of Voorhees, the top-ranked defending state champ and the top-ranked heavyweight in the state.
On deck, match number 1.
Huff with a brace on his left knee.
Match number 3.
Durisme's right knee padded.
85-pound semifinal.
20 seconds to go here, scoreless first.
Nadim El
Huff advancing by fall in 4:29 over Matt Doran of Cranford in the quarters. Durisme was a 5-2 decision winner over Jonathan Guardeo of North Plainfield. First period ends scoreless here at 2:20. Flip of the disc will go to Durisme, and he very quickly goes down.
Top seed Nick Colucci of St. Peter's with a 4-0 lead after one against Jake Hendershot of Ridge.
Durisme stands, and he is out in 6 seconds. Durisme of Rawway has a 1-0 lead over Sam Huff of Voorhees. Tied up outside the center. Either one came close to a takedown in the first. Durisme finishing second in the Union County tournament.
The end of this round, there'll be a round of retro bats. The gym will be clear.
I mentioned Huff finishing fourth in the Hunter and Sussex Warren.
Everyone will be asked to leave the gym. There'll be a lunch break.
Phillipsburg's Gage Horvath is in a consolation bout just to our left, and we'll try to keep one eye on that one. Okay.
We're scoreless in the midway through the second period. Horvath chose down, has not yet come out.
2 p.m. at the 182-pound weight class.
In case you have read about starting times, what you would have read is the finals would start at 3. The public address announcer and the region program. Public address announcer just listing that for 2 o'clock. So we will be on at approximately 1:50. Approximately 1:50 with the finals. Tied up here with under 30 seconds to go in the second. It'll be Huff's choice in the third. And they have been, battling like a lot of the upper weights, just out of a tie-up. Neither one apparently at all comfortable with a leg shot here, and so not had much in the way of potential takedowns. Second period ends with Durisme on top, 1-0 after 2.
It's an 8-2 lead, Mike, for Nick Colucci of St. Peter's in the near the end of the second period over Jake Hendershot of Ridge, and still scoreless for Gage Horvath with the second period ending.
Well, Huff chose bottom, and Durisme cut him right away. So we will work takedowns 1-1 in the third. Wrestlers circle to the left. I have to apologize to Gage Horvath when I was talking about Phillipsburg wrestlers coming up. I skipped over him and mentioned Cody Krutz, but Horvath in action here in the consolations at 2:20. Wrestlers tie up. 30 seconds gone in the third. Again, neither one has come close to a takedown here in almost 2.5 periods. Durisme faking a shot, reaching for a leg. As a matter of fact, he got a piece and pulled off the green ankle band. There's a stalling warning on Huff. First warning, and keeping the pressure on could be good for Joshua Durisme of Rawway. Huff puts the anklet back on, ankle band on, he's ready. So Durisme trying to step up the action here and perhaps get a stalling call. Tries to snap down on the head on Huff. Some of the Rawway supporters in the back have been yelling heavy on the head for Durisme. 45 seconds to go at 1-1. Durisme at the edge, and Huff tried to throw him on by. They're off 42 seconds to wrestle. Durisme with apparently more energy every time they come back to the center. He's quick back to the center. Huff taking a little bit more time. Circle each other to the left. Rawway looking for their second finalist. 20 seconds to go. Huff with a shot at the leg. Durisme sprawls, and they come back up to their feet neutral. Huff looked at the clock showing 14. So we're getting near 1 minute on the clock and a sudden victory period. And we will go to that 1-1.
Nick Horvath just lost 1-0 at 2:20 to Salerno of Watchung Hills. And Nick Colucci of St. Peter's, the top seed, is going to win 13-4 over Ridge's Jake Hendershot, the 4 seed.
Durisme keeping up on the attack. 15 seconds gone here in the 1 minute overtime. Durisme reaches for a really half-hearted reach for the right leg. For a tie-up right in the center. 20 seconds to go in sudden victory. Ten seconds to go. Turismo thought about a shot at a leg. This the only bout being wrestled, and we'll go to the ride out. Huff is going to go down. Durisme, by the way, scored first if it comes to a second ride-out period. Durisme picks up on the left ankle. He's going to have to come off of that. Now comes up the body, and they are off at 21 seconds. Huff getting set. So Durisme picked that left ankle right away on the whistle. Chops at the elbow. Huff is out with 18 seconds to go in his first ride out. Durisme got out. He got out in about 1 second. All right, we're going. Durisme set now underneath. Huff, Durisme stands. Huff can't give up a stalling call. It would cost him a point. Tries to tackle the right leg. Tries to pick up on that leg. Durismo looking to reverse here. Huff keeps that leg. Picks the leg up at the edge and he'll walk him off. 15 seconds to go. 15 seconds to go. Durisme stands. Huff looking for a tackle. Drops down on the right leg again. Now has to come up the legs. Hanging on to the legs. He's got to come up. 5 seconds to go. 3 seconds. Stalling is called. We're going to go to the ride out. The stall is called and it cost him a point. It's 2-2. And Durisme is underneath. He is out. Durisme wins it 3-2 in the ride out. So the stall called as Huff did not come up off the legs. And Durisme gets the win in the ride out. Durisme and Colucci in the finals at 2:20.
Yeah, Huff was down on those legs, Mike, but right in front of the coaching staff of Rawway. Was quick to point out that he was not working his way up. He only came up to the thigh in the last seconds and not enough.
And I think, Bob, from my vantage point, I think he could have come up off the legs and maintained control.
Sitting down at the end there was just begging for referee forbearance, and he didn't get it.
All right, I'll be watching Lou Fernandez from Voorhees and Nadim El Marouki. And Fernandez has a cradle. Takedown, he's locked up a cradle. He will take front to back and looking in at the left shoulder. He's got plenty of time here and a nice cradle by Fernandez. He's going to rock him back. Loses the cradle. 5-point play for Fernandez. He's up 5-0.
Score 3-2.
Trying to turn him to his right. Trying to work a power half is Fernandez. Sinks the power half. Body press on the left shoulder and the fall. 54 seconds for Luis Fernandez of Voorhees. The defending state champ easily on to the finals.
Across the way at 285, we are scoreless with just 30 seconds gone. Nick Diakides of Seton Hall and Jervy Sistrunk of Bound Brook. Sistrunk in the red and black. He is the 2 seed as senior 35-2. Diakides of Seton Hall as senior 27-8. He is the 3 seed, the District 16 champ. Sistrunk the District 15 champ. As they grapple near the edge.
Cody Krutz is scoreless after minute 10 in his consolation.
Sistrunk's got a bear hug trying to suck it in, but they go off. Just 49 seconds to go in the period. These are 2 big fellas. So they're back underway with arms extended, locked up. Fighting for hand control beneath. 30 seconds to go as Sistrunk ducks around behind and he gets the takedown for Bound Brook. So Jervy Sistrunk up 2-0.
And Cody Krutz of Phillipsburg is up 2-0 with 5 seconds to go in the first, and he will ride him out. 2-0 Krutz after 1.
Sistrunk's got a far arm looking to turn Diakides, but not enough time. Only 2 seconds remain here, and that's the end of the period. So Bound Brook's Jervy Sistrunk up 2-0. He defers choice, and Diakides will take bottom. As they get set to start period number 2. Underway. Diakides to his feet. Sistrunk trapping the leg, down on the edge, and they're off. Losing a mere 7 seconds.
Krutz gives up an escape. He leads 2-1, 30 seconds into the second.
Back underway here with a tight waist from Sistrunk to get Diakides flat. Crossface attempt here by Sistrunk. He's got that far arm with Diakides flat. Now trying to work a cradle, drive the head towards the planted knee. So the crossface cradle for Sistrunk as he tries to lock up Diakides. Now gives up on the leg. Just the far arm. Now gives up on that. Minute 15 to go, period 2. Diakides chose down. Came to his feet earlier as he tries again. Now a cradle locked up by Sistrunk. He's got him over. And there's the fall. And it comes in 2:58 for Jervy Sistrunk.
All right, we'll pick up with Cody Krutz straight on through in his consolation bout. That is Sistrunk and Fernandez then in the finals, Bound Brook and Voorhees. Cody Krutz leading 2-1, and he's got 5 seconds to go in the second, and it'll be his choice in the third. Cody is wrestling Jordan Hurd of Westfield. Krutz underneath in the third. Krutz underneath in the third. Krutz is out, has a 3-1 lead. he would face Diakides of Seton Hall Prep if he should win this. 30 seconds gone, and Krutz ahead 3-1. We will be able to recap the semifinals for you, but we just have not been able to keep track of all the consolation results. No stalling warnings here with Krutz and Hurd. Krutz got a first period takedown late and then was able to ride out, save that key escape point. Hurd escaped in the second, Krutz escaped in the third. 45 seconds to go in this one. Phillipsburg on the consolations today. James Day advanced at 113. Joe Innamorato advanced at 120. Krutz is behind Hurd. Can he get a knee to the mat? Trying to sit down behind him and throw a leg in. Got his hands to the mat. And that's a takedown, and Krutz is on top, 5-0. Bryce Pereni of Phillipsburg was eliminated. Gage Horvath of Phillipsburg was eliminated. There's an escape. It's 5-2. And Cody Krutz has himself a 5-2 decision, advancing in the consolations. So the Stateliners advance 5 to the semifinals and 4 still alive in the consolations.
We'll be starting momentarily.
And they will pick up the next round of consolations momentarily on 4 mats, and I'll be taking care of 2 weight classes at once. Okay, Bob's going to give us a semifinal round recap.
Starting at 106, Phillipsburg's Logan Matsko advances over Kevin Beck of Middlesex, an 8-2 winner. The other bout was Nick Colello of Watchung Hills, a 5-3 winner over Rahway's Kellen Francois. 113, Gabe Leo of Roselle Park, an 11-6 winner over Brandon Bowles of Scotch Plains. And in the other bout, it was Pat Phillips, the top seed of Brearley, 9-0 over Quinn Gimblett of Westfield. At 120, Luke Hurley of Westfield, the top seed, advances with a 9-1 victory over Chris Dalmew of Rahway. In the other bout, it was Pat Adams, the 3 seed, advancing, beating the 2 seed, Seton Hall's Larry Melchionda, 5-2. At 126, Eddie Hummel of Rahway of Roselle Park, winning 11-4 over Ridge's Nick Sacco. And in the other bout, it was CJ Composto, the 2 seed for Westfield, a 5-2 winner over Sean Rendiero of St. Peter's. 132, Travis Jones of Phillipsburg, a technical fall in 4:08 over Xavier Pena, the 3 seed of Boundbrook. The other winner at 132, top seed Mark Montgomery of Roselle Park, 8-0 over Connor Decker of Seton Hall Prep. 138, Phillipsburg's Kyle Tino advancing with a fall in 228 over Seton Hall's Cole Carroll. And in the other bout, Troy O'Connor, the 3 seed, winning 6-4 in overtime against Nick Cirillo of Watchung Hills. At 145, Rice Royster, a 4-2 winner for Rahway over Elvin Guerrero of Roselle Park. Royster the top seed. And in the other bout, Matt Sacco of Bridgewater winning 3-0 over Connor Halpin of Cranford. 152, Cody Harrison for Phillipsburg advancing with a fall in 1:41 over Tom Kellner of St. Peter's. And he will face Jack Wilt of Seton Hall, a 10-7 winner over A.J. Bensavega of Cranford. 160, Joe Delia of New Providence, a 6-2 winner over Frank Medina of Watchung Hills. And in the other bout, Jacob Vega, the 2 seed of Carteret, winning 6-3 over Alex Dorse of Lyndhurst. James Cruz at 170, the winner at 6-2 for St. Peter's over Mike Massa of Seton Hall, the 4 seed. And in the other bout, Vince Matteliano of Watchung Hills won 5-3 over Mike Winchok of Bridgewater. At 182, John Polznansky, the top seed of Colonia, a winner at 8-4 over Mike Afalabi of Linden. And in the other bout, it was Tim Miller, the 3 seed, beating the 2 seed Brett McMath of Bridgewater. That was by a score of 3-2. At 195, Phillipsburg's Austin Roth advancing with a fall over Andrew Diodato of Somerville. And he will face Sebastian Tekachevich of A.J. Johnson. He won with a fall in 5:36 over John Duza of Watchung Hills. At 220, Joshua Derisme upsetting Sam Huff, the 3 seed Derisme, Huff the 2 seed of Voorhees. That was by a score of 3-2 in the rideout. And Derisme will face Nick Colucci of St. Peter's, a 13-4 winner over Jake Hendershot of Ridge. And finally at 285, Voorhees Luis Fernandez, a fall in 54 seconds over Nadim Melharouki of New Providence. And Fernandez will face Jervy Sistrunk, the 2 seed from Bound Brook. He won by a fall in 2:58 over Nick Diakides of Seton Hall.
All right, our wrestling action this morning brought to you by Rothman Orthopedics, proud to be the exclusive partner of the NJSIAA and to support Stateliner Athletics. Visit RothmanOrtho.com to make an appointment and stop dealing with pain. Get back to truly living. By Ahart, Frenzy & Smith, recognized as one of the leading insurance agencies in the United States. Find out more at afsinsurance.com. By Urco Credit Union, 450 Hillcrest Boulevard in Phillipsburg and 2240 Northampton Street in Easton. Great rates, low fees. Clean up those after the holidays bills with a low-cost personal loan. Visit us at urcocu.com. By Buxton Athletic Training Center in Randolph, New Jersey, for all of your wrestling training needs year-round. World-class coaching and top-notch wrestlers of all ages. Follow them on Instagram at Buxton Athletics and on Facebook at Buxton Athletic Training Center. By the Firth Youth Center, a proud promoter of youth athletics. Find them at www.firthyouthcenter.com. By Open Mic, for exclusive coverage of the Stateliners and the entire Hunterdon and Warren, Sussex area, follow Mike Weileman's blog at mikeopen.blogspot.com. Follow the Stateliners on Facebook at Phillipsburg HS Wrestling. And follow Phillipsburg Wrestling on Twitter at Peaburg HS Wrestling. Peaburg HS WRESTLIN. Tell you what we're going to do, since they have started this consolation round, we'll give you bonus coverage here of the James Day consolation bout, where he is wrestling. He is trailing 4-1 after giving up a pair of takedowns to Westfield's. Bear with me for a moment. That is Quinn Gimblett of Westfield. So we'll give you bonus coverage of that one before we sign off for this morning round. Again, Phillipsburg leading the way. They have 5 finalists, 3 each for Roselle Park, St. Peter's, and Westfield, 2 for Rawway, and 1 each for A.L. Johnson, Bound Brook, Brearley, Bridgewater, Carteret, Colonia, Middlesex, New Providence, Seton Hall Prep, and Voorhees. So Dave trailing 4-1 here as the first period comes to an end against Gimblett.
Quinn Gimblett of Westfield, a junior, 29-7. He lost 9-0 in the semis to Pat Phillips of Brearley, who was the top seed.
And Day advancing through the consolations. He won an 8-2 decision over Will Fernandez of Cranford in his consolation quarter. Day with a takedown in the second to go up 4-3. Excuse me, to trail 4-3. He's trying to bar the left arm. James Day had been trying to work a hazard tilt. Gimblett rolls on through that. Day Day had been Phillipsburg's regular 106-pounder, but Logan Matsko dropping down from 113 to 106 and won the elimination. James Day has acquitted himself very well here, advancing to the regions and winning a couple of bouts at 113, winning it the other night, Thursday night, in the first round, and then winning a consolation. 1 count, 2. 2 back points coming for Day on the tilt, and then he is reversed, and Day trails 6-5. Now Gimblett riding with 50 seconds to wrestle in the second. Again, this is bonus coverage for you on the Stateliner Sports Network of James Day in the consolations. Half Nelson from the left side by Gimblett. Day trying to pick that off. Gimblett with a right hand tight waist. Day tries to stand, stands at the edge of the mat. Gimblett on the mat return. Keeps his weight high in the back in a right-hand thigh pry on James Day. Day trying to spin and get off, get a fresh start. They are off with 14 seconds to wrestle in the second.
Just worked that tilt, Mike, but he got his hips too low, and Gimblett was able to hip up and over to get that reversal.
Day gets set. Winner here assures of at least a 6th place finish. That's a caution. That is on Gimblett. Day, right hand tight waist by Gimblett. Wraps that tight waist around the left side of Day, and he's going to ride out this second period. Gimblett up 6-5 after 2. And Gimblett is going to take down. So Day was able to work a hazard tilt in the second. Can he do it in the third? Trailing 6-5. Right hand tight waist, gets out the right side. Gimblett tries to stand. He's trying to set up that standing hazard. Tried to turn Gimblett to his right. Gimblett fought that off, but he's got the left arm pulled all the way across the body. Right in front of Stateliner coaches Dave Post and Brad Gensel. Reaching for that left arm. Day trying to work the hazard tilt. Gimblett trying to stand. He stands. Tears at those hands. He cuts loose. Gimblett by 2, 7-5, minute 20 to go in the bout. Now Day's got to be the aggressor. Day trying to get in on a leg. Gimblett is in on Day's left leg, trying to switch to a double, pull those legs up over top his head. Wrapped around the right ankle of Day. Under a minute to go here. Still no advantage. He wants to hook James Day's leg, trying to spin around to Day's right. Day still draped over top. Picking on the left ankle, and a stalemate is called at 39 seconds to go in the bout.
I think Gimblett was just content to burn away some time there as he collapsed to his side, but just held on to the ankles of James Day.
Day needs a tying takedown here. Gimblett shoots. Day's trying to get in on a double. Gimblett reaching back for a whizzer and a front head and arm. Day trying to spin around and blocked off by Gimblett. Gimblett blocking off with his right arm. Day with a knee tap. 15 seconds to go. Day trying to spin around to Gimblett's right. Picks up and now Gimblett's in on that double again. With 5 seconds to go. Day picking up on the ankle. And Gimblett is going to eliminate James Day. 7-5 decision here in the consolation. Well, that wraps up this morning's Stateliner Sports Network presentation of the NJSIAA Rothman Orthopedics Region 4 semifinals from Union High School. The Stateliners will have 5 in the finals and 3 still alive in the consolations. Join us at 1:50 this afternoon for all the action of the championship finals. For Bob Kerp, Executive producer Jake Kosa and production associate Dylan Leonard. I'm Mike Moore saying thank you for watching Phillipsburg Stateliner Wrestling.
Score 7.